I get that, but you gave me the wrong name.
15 minutes waiting.
Please step away from my vehicle.
Huh?
Please step away from my vehicle. I'm not picking you up. You're gonna have to get a different ride. Please step away from my vehicle.
Hey everyone, Chris here from Real Rideshare Stories. On this channel, we do a lot of different things within the rideshare industry, so if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. But before we get started, if you have a crazy Uber or Lyft experience, whether you're a passenger or a driver, record it, send it my way, and maybe we can feature you in the channel. So I got a pretty good story for you guys today. This was a video that was sent to me where I have permission to use the video. If you want to check out the whole video, the link's going to be in the description below. But it's actually 2 parts in the same video, so it's 2 different clips, which is pretty cool. And it's talking about how a passenger is trying to get the driver to say their name, and just a lot of crazy things that were going on within this ride. So here's the first clip. Check it out, and I'll see you right after.
Hey, how's it going, sir?
Can I have your name, please?
David, what's your name?
Scott.
All right.
She's by the Uber Lyft sticker on your car, and the Lyft sticker sticks out.
How were you confused?
Because you called an Uber driver, and I thought you were Lyft.
I'm both.
Yeah, I just said that.
So I just don't understand the confusion, that's all.
I thought you were a Lyft driver.
Oh, no. I am, but right now I'm just doing Uber.
I thought you were purely a Lyft driver.
Yeah.
And weren't the car I called.
No.
Because of that woman that was killed 3 days ago, 4 days ago, we all don't want to get in cars.
Right. Well, that was not to... I'm being the devil's advocate here. That was on her because she did not confirm, as was...
Exactly why I looked at your license plate.
Yeah.
The side of your car and asked for your name.
Normally, though, on that part, the driver has to ask your name. For our safety, that's what we were taught to do. It's a misconception.
Straight.
It's a misconception on the news outlets that we have to give our names.
Well, no, you have to.
Really, the passenger's supposed to.
No, I think it's both ways. Both have to. I think both driver and left at the top of the hill. Both passenger and driver should confirm things.
I mean, you can confirm the license plate, then I would confirm your name. That's the best way to do things.
Your license plate has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to have this car registered on Uber. It has to be under my insurance.
Of course.
It has to be under my
just
name.
Get a friend to drive it for you for the evening.
No, that's illegal. We can't do that. We cannot do that. Anybody that says that we can is wrong. Absolutely.
You're being really silly.
I'm being realistic.
You don't think that I know that and everybody knows that?
I mean, if you're just going to argue about it, there's no point. There really is no point.
The point is, as a driver, you could let someone else drive your car for an hour or maybe 2 before they got caught.
Why would I do that, though? Why make the assumption?
I'm not saying you personally would do it. I'm just saying that's how these things happen.
How they happen is people not paying attention.
All right, so yeah, that passenger was a little out of line there, and just wrong. You know, you get a lot of things as a passenger to verify who your driver is. You get the license plate number, you get the make and model of the car, you get our name, you get a way to contact us, meaning you can text or call through the app, and also you get a picture. So all of those things you should verify. You don't necessarily need to call or text, but at least verify the license plate and check the driver's picture to make sure that's who's picking you up. And then when you come to the door, I keep my doors locked. I verify who's coming in my car first, because as a driver, the only thing I get is a name, and that's not always right. Meaning it's not a real name. It could be like the man, or I don't know, hot stuff, or some crazy made up name, which, let's just be real, shouldn't be allowed. But it's the only way we can verify you as a passenger. So I keep my doors locked. And when somebody tries to enter my car, what I do is I roll down the window and say, hey, who are you looking for? What's your driver's name? And 9 times out of 10, they're actually giving me their name. But you know what? Hey, it matches. And then I say, hey, I'm Chris, and then start the ride that way, whatever it might be. But yeah, that's the proper way of doing it, because as a driver, the only information we get is a name, which may not even be a right name or a real name. And that's the only way we can really verify somebody getting in our car without actually giving that information away. So yeah, again, we want your name first. We aren't saying your name first, because again, you could just agree with it and be like, yep, that's me, and be the wrong person altogether. It does happen quite often. So again, here's just a little refresher on that. All right, so on to clip number 2, which was on the same clip on the entire video. So if you want to watch that whole video, check the link in the description below, because there is some more than just the clips that I did. So here's this clip. Check it out, and I'll see you right after.
Hi, did you request an Uber by any chance? Did you request an Uber by any chance? Did you request an Uber by any chance? What's your name, sir?
Doug.
Doug? I think you got the wrong car. I'm sorry. Sorry. As you can see, the rider was definitely a little confused, and I was a little confused of what was going on. The name that he gave me was not the right name. As you can see on the screen, it was Dolly, and he said Doug. So let's continue with the video. So at this point, I have already pulled over, and I am just waiting on Dolly to show up. I'm thinking it could be this lady that's standing just up ahead. I'm sending text messages, I'm trying to call the person, and no answer. Great thing about Uber, though, on the messaging section, it actually does say whether or not the message was delivered and read, and it saw that it was read, and a couple minutes later, I noticed that the gentleman that I spoke to was walking towards my car, and here is the interaction between that, and yeah. Can I help you, sir? Yeah. Because you gave me the wrong name for the passenger. That's how we verify our passengers. You gave me the wrong name for the passenger.
My name is Doug.
You're looking for David in his Chevy Cruze?
Yeah.
Can I please look at your...
I gave you? Doug, that's my name.
Yeah, I got somebody else different. Can I see your app real quick?
That'd be nice, man. Stay
I'm being very nice.
Cold.
I'm being very nice.
That's not you.
That is me, but you just gave me a different...
What name you got?
You got Dolly on there.
Let me see. You can see on your phone. Dolly. D-O-L. That's the name I gave you.
You gave me Doug.
Dolly.
You gave me Doug. I've got a dash cam that recorded the entire conversation. What's your name, sir?
Doug.
Doug?
I'll text you.
Well, here's the thing. You gave me the wrong name. I said you got the wrong guy. And you're getting... You
That's
did.
my name. I can't give you the wrong name.
Your name is Dolly.
You want to pick me up?
No, I don't now. You wasted my time, disrespected me. You can't do that. Verify your name next
I
time.
give you, that's my name. I can't forget.
You gave
my
me
name
Doug.
is Dolly.
You gave me Doug.
I give you what?
You gave me the name Doug.
Doug.
Doug. D-O-U-G.
Really?
That's exactly what you did.
Be honest.
That's as honest I can get.
It's cold outside.
I get that, but you gave me the wrong name.
15 minutes waiting.
Please step away from my vehicle.
Huh?
Please step away from my vehicle. I'm not picking you up. You're going to have to get a different ride. Please step away from my vehicle.
Okay, no problem.
Step away from my vehicle.
No, I'm gonna take another one. It's not problem.
Yeah, but you need to step away from my vehicle for safety reasons.
I do what?
Step away from my vehicle for safety reasons.
Okay.
What is so hard about that? Good mother of God.
All right, so yeah, that was another example of a passenger not giving the correct name or saying the right name. I replayed it a few times, and yes, it sounded just like Doug. Dolly's a little bit different. They don't sound the same. I don't know what the disconnect there was, but hey, it happens. It was in that case, that was actually the right passenger driver pair. But, you know, he gave him the wrong information at first, especially in a building where there could be a lot of people getting out of work right there or after shift. You know, it could be anybody. It could be really anybody. You don't know. So that's why we verify the information, knowing who's getting in. And if you fail to provide the correct info, we can't take you. Then later you see how he was a little bit disrespectful. It was a little hard to hear, but the guy was a little disrespectful. The driver didn't want to have that, didn't want to take that crap. So he just canceled on that ride. And a smart move on his part, because probably you're going to run the risk of, you know, a real poor rating. And, you know, I always say ratings aren't that important, but you definitely want to try to limit the amount of bad ratings that you're going to get, because a few bad ones really in the grand scheme of things aren't going to make a difference. But in this case, you know what, good job, driver. Again, same thing, he was cool and collected on both accounts there. And it also, again, if you want to watch the whole video, make sure you click the link in the description below and check that video out there. It's the end of this video today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, realizing the same thing where we need to get your information as a passenger. We don't have that as much information as you do. And guess what? It's not always right, which means it's not always a real name. So yeah, you know, we need to get your name. We need to get your information so we know we are taking the correct passenger. That's all I can say about that. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, make sure you do. Also ring the bell for notifications so you'll be notified every time a new video is uploaded. Smash that like button. As always, never drink and drive. Always tip your drivers, and we'll see you next time.